I had a question about a lot of the mementos that are left. We had a French school come in and they left candles at the base of certain headstones. A lot of the French kids, I mean, our biggest visitation population without a doubt is the French children that are come with their schools to kind of learn about what happens when you have wars and the sad aspect of it. But anyway, Freddie Stowers and his comrades were in the edge of a wood on the morning of September 27th. He died the following day, but on the morning of September 27th, they were ready to make an attack at these open fields, across these open fields in these German machine gun positions. And right before they attacked, the Germans realized how massively outnumbered they are. Incidentally, before the war, we had over about 150,000 people in the Army, and after the war, we had 4 million. And 2 million of those made it to France before the war ended. So just to show you kind of how, and that's 2 years. That's how it's, we went from 100,000 plus to over 4 million. Pretty amazing. But the Germans realized they're getting ready to have a massive attack against them, and this was the first day of the offensive in his sector, and they come out of their trenches and their machine gun positions and they give up. So they start gingerly walking across this 500-meter open field toward these machine gun positions, and when they get about 300 meters away, the Germans jump back in their positions and started spraying them with machine gun fire and artillery. Well, as you can imagine, they were terrified, and they just jumped to the ground and, in confusion. They didn't have any kind of organized attack at this point. It was just kind of like, wait, what's going on? Well, Mr. Stowers, as a young corporal, jumped up and started grabbing his countrymen by the backpacks and saying, "You gotta go, we gotta move, we can't just stay here, we're gonna all die, if we just stay here on the ground." So finally, after he was obviously not meeting with much success, because the guys that were standing up were falling right back down and dying because they were being hit, he decided to charge the bunker himself. So he runs up this hill, and his men were inspired by seeing him run headlong into machine gun fire, and they jumped up and followed him. He destroyed the first machine gun position and charged off toward the second one when he was hit in the stomach and mortally wounded by a machine gun bullet. He refused medical treatment. They were trying to get him out of the area because he was just wounded at the time, and he refused. He said, "You guys, everybody leave me until the machine guns are silenced." So his fellow Americans continued on and were able to destroy the machine gun position. He died in a field hospital the next day. Well, obviously that's an amazing story, and that's why he earned the Medal of Honor, but you might notice the only award he received was the Medal of Honor. All the other ones had an Italian War Cross or French Military Medal, etc. And there's a reason. Freddie Stowers didn't receive the Medal of Honor until 1991. Okay, anybody know why? He was black. So he wasn't eligible for the Medal of Honor because of the obvious background that we have in our nation's history. Wow. So it's pretty amazing. He was awarded the Distinguished Service Cross, and in the 80s, a panel was assembled to determine if there was any soldiers who did not receive medals of honor that they had earned because they were Jewish or women or blacks. And he's actually the only African American soldier that has received the Medal of Honor in World War I. And the first African American soldier to earn it. He wasn't the first to receive it, but he was the first to earn it.
How does it work with to get the Medal of Honor, as far as, I guess, something's said and then something's turned into?
Sure, it's actually a very extensive process. Medal of Honor isn't given out willy-nilly. Usually it's a Congressional Medal of Honor because Congress awards it, typically after much review and study and verification of facts have been done. So there was a movie on that process with the female actress who flew the helicopters. You guys remember Courage Under Fire? It's a movie that talks a little bit about the process that determining